Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and today from the Robots in Disguise 2015 line, this is Hyperchange Bumblebee, which its advertised gimmick is a three-step changer. I have to say, I am very disappointed with this figure. Number one, with the one-step changers, we at the very least had a 90-degree movement in the arms, so you can have them swing out forward. This is as far as the arms can bend. This is at what be the elbow joint, no movement in the shoulder. It's okay, but not wonderful. And the power battlers, which I thought these hyperchange figures would be more in line with, you at least had something close to the 5 points of glory type of articulation. This, not even close. Final problem with this figure, which you will see in the transformation, is number one, it's more than three steps. It's actually closer to five, and it just doesn't peg together solidly in vehicle mode. This is a solid figure. I mean, there is some chunk and mass to it, which I think is fairly good, and I like that in these larger figures, but everything else, it just falls flat. Now, start the transformation. You want to go ahead and move it to a neutral position like so. Move the arms to a neutral position like so. Um, that's not step one because that's already shown. Step one is extending the robot at the waist. That's a very stiff joint. I'm not sure if kids would have an easy time doing it. And doing so brings the head down and brings the shoulders in slightly. Now, I think it's supposed to bring the shoulders in all the way. That doesn't happen. Next, what you want to do is rotate it to the left, like so. Um, and then, this is a step not mentioned, you need to have those shoulders in all the way. Finally, what you're going to do is grasp the legs. There are pegs there, but the pegs don't slot in tightly. That's just to hold them there. There's a spring there, and then go ahead and push the everything together. Doing so flips down the feet and should secure everything into vehicle mode. But as you can see, there's a lot of gaps. Okay, vehicle mode rolls quite nicely. But as I mentioned before, there's a ton of gaps here, here, which are really not shown in the instructions. I mean, the instructions shows this folded up, flush, and nice and neat. And now I have tried pushing this in further. I've tried slamming the front end up further. When doing the initial transformation, that does not make much of a difference. I don't know if I've gotten a bum figure or something, which is possible since these are packaged in a open front packaging. We'll get to more into that later, but to go back to robot mode, reversing the steps, we'll find something out. First, what you're going to do, go ahead, pull the front end out. That will extend the legs, flip up the feet, and the arms will spring apart. Notice something? There's an extra extension here that's not shown in the instructions, and the package shows, and the figure comes packaged with the legs folded up, like that. Now, let's go ahead, and we're going to rotate the car around to the right, like so. Stand it up. Adjust the camera so we can bring this down. Basically, what I suggest is grabbing it like thusly. I will push up. Now, you're going to have to do this very stiffly because doing it any more gently, the head does not flip up all the way. And even then, there's a little bit of a wiggle room there, which leads me to believe I may have not pushed down hard enough. So let me do that again. Yeah, no, that's about it. So here we have the robot, Bumblebee, I should say, back into robot mode with the legs extended further. It looks okay, maybe a little too tall. If it's not supposed to be extended like this in robot mode, I don't understand why it's there, because it doesn't help or hinder anything. But all in all, this figure's an easy pass. I just don't like it. I'm very disappointed. If you're looking for simplified figures from the Robots in Disguise line, for Bumblebee at least, stick with the Legion figure, stick with the one-step. Even the Warrior class figure isn't that difficult. This is your old pal Chuck for Bumblebee. We'll see you next time.